Kate, and we are here for yoga for runners. And yoga is really amazing for runners for so many different reasons, for strengthening, stretching, building endurance. It's really great for preventing injuries and also addressing injuries after they've happened. So today what we're gonna do is a series of approximately 26 poses that are inspired by Baron Baptiste. And they're all amazing for runners, but I'm gonna kind of work on the runner type poses for a little bit longer, so we'll spend more time on just a few poses that will really benefit runners. Okay, so let's get going. So come into child's pose. Press your knees gently on the mat, your hands into the mat. Sink your hips back. This is a really great stretch for your hips. Press your forehead gently into the mat. Slowly presence yourself. We'll do a 4-4 breath, which is really good for increasing your lung capacity. So we'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, and release for 4. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and release for 4. Ground your hands into the mat, come into downward facing dog. You can walk your dog, wake your body up a little bit. If you want, you can try and press your heels into the mat. Lift your legs up. Step or jump forward. Come into ragdoll. So wrap your hands around your elbows. Soften your joints here. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Just get loosened up. Come into extended mountain. Throughout this sequence, you're going to want to engage specific muscles throughout every pose. So you always want to ground all 4 corners of your feet into the mat. Press the backs of your arms back. Pull your belly in. Engage your glutes. Press your outer shins in. Forward fold. Soften your joints, reach for your toes. There are several options here. You can put your hands on your shins, wrap your fingers around your toes, keep your legs straight, or just bend them. Now lift the crown of your head in front of you and look down as if you were about to dive into a pool. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Pull your belly in and up. Press your shoulder blades into your spine. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Come into high plank. There are many different options for plank. So here you want to have your shoulders above your hands. Engage your belly. You can press your toes into the mat, the balls of your feet into the mat, and engage those glutes. Or you can also come down on your knees and make it more of a comfortable pose. Come into low plank. Low plank, you want to place your elbows into the bottom of your rib cage. Engage your belly and your glutes. You can also come down onto your belly. So let's come down onto our belly. Come into upward facing dog. So press your shoelaces into your mat and try and get your body so that it's at a 90-degree angle. This should be a controlled pose. Come into downward facing dog. Walk your dog, take 3 breaths. Step or jump forward. We'll do one more sunny. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Press your shoulder blades back. Forward fold. Come into extended mountain. Ground your feet into the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Step or jump forward. This time, come into chair pose. Press your weight into your heels. Press your shoulder blades into your spine. Engage your lower belly so you're not putting all of the pressure on your knees. You should feel a nice burn in your quads, which is great for runners, building strength. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. We're going to do many planks throughout this sequence. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come right into warrior 1 on your left. So place your right leg at 90 degrees and your left foot should be placed at about 60 degrees. And twist open so that your core is parallel to your quad. Lift up. We'll just relax here. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Come right into warrior 1 on your left. Should start to feel a little warm now. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. We'll do one more Sandhi. Whenever you want to take a break, you can come into child's pose. Downward dog is always available. Step or jump forward, come into chair. Sink a little lower this time, really good. Forward fold. Halfway lift, high plank. Let's speed this up a little bit. Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, warrior 1, right foot forward, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, warrior 1, left foot forward. Make sure your back leg is at 60 degrees. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Come into high plank and move into side plank on your right. There are a few different options for this. You can put your foot in front of you, to the side, on top. You can come down, this is really great. This, Another option is to lift your leg up. Whatever you do, really try and just twist open and look past your left hand, engaging your glutes and your lower belly. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank. Come into side plank this time on your left, taking any modification that you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank. Downward facing dog. Come into crescent lunge on your left, so ground the ball of your left foot into the mat. Sorry, crescent lunge on your right. Lunge forward with your right foot. Again, make this foot at your leg at 90 degrees. And reach your arms up to the sky. Look up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. We're gonna hold this for 2 minutes. And this is because it's really great for building endurance. In yoga poses, if you hold them for more than 2 minutes, it's really amazing for endurance building. And place your left leg a little bit lower. Maybe you're starting to shake. Your quads are burning, that's a good thing. Prayer pose, and just lunge forward. Pull your belly in, press your shoulder blades back. Slowly take your left elbow, wrap it around your right quad. Option to open up. Come back into prayer pose. Warrior 2. Place your gaze just past your right hand. Come into side angle. This is a really great place for a block. Hopefully you're feeling your hips starting to open up. Twist open with your core and look past your left hand up to the sky. Engage your belly and just hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And move into side facing, wide-legged forward fold on your left. You can use a block here. Place your hands on the block or your forehead. Whatever works for you. This is such a great stretch for your hips and your hamstrings. Soften your joints. Option to bind your arms here. So wrap your hands behind your back. Reach up, making this an active pose. And forward fold. Option to make this a more active, engaged pose by really wrapping those fingers around your toes and pressing your toes into your mat. And straightening your legs. You can also bend your legs, whatever feels good. Take your palms and press them under your feet. For palms to toes, forward fold. Come into crow pose here. So come into like a squatting position and Low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Step or jump forward. Come into eagle on your left, so your right, so ground your left foot into the mat and bend it, your left leg a little bit. Wrap your right leg over your left and your right arm under your left. Twist your core so that it is facing the window. Switch. And come into standing leg raise on your right. So ground your left foot down into the mat again. Really try and get your body straight. Reach for your big toe or your knee and open up. This is a nice hip opener. Come into airplane. This is a great place for a block if you want. Half moon. Come down into locust. This is a really good back stretch for if you want, but if you have lower back issues, really any back issues, it could be good, but you don't want to kind of go overboard with the stretch. So like Sally, listen to your body. Ground your hands into the mat. Press your feet together. Really just engage all of your muscles and your glutes, your hamstrings, calves. Lift up. Release. One more time. Lift up. And release. We'll come into dancer now, so take your hands and wrap them around your ankles. Place your feet at 12 o'clock.
Is there a modification for this?
Oh, yes. Yes. So dancer, a really great modification is to go like this and just rock back and forth. Lunge forward.
Which leg are we doing, guys?
With your right. And goal would be to maybe like eventually someday get it at 90 degrees. This is really great. You can reach for your block and place it like on your forehead. You could just rest, stretch your arms out. There is another option for runners, which is where you lay on your back and you lift your left leg up at a 90-degree angle and your right leg is at a 90-degree angle right above your quad. To get a really nice deep stretch, you should do this for at least 2 minutes. Come into downward facing dog again and we'll switch sides. Pigeon on your left. You can place a block under your hip, especially if it's kind of lifting up. But again, do whatever works best for you. Maybe you want to stretch a little bit more forward this time. Still can kind of feel the same benefits. You can lean forward.
Oh, I'm more flexible at this side. That's so weird how that happens.
It
It's
is.
like one side is more flexible or stronger.
All right. And now take your left foot, place it into your right adductor, twist your core so that it's parallel to your right leg. Lift your arms up and forward fold. If you want a gentler stretch, bend your leg. If you want like a real deep stretch, press your palms into your foot. You can obviously feel that extend into your calf. If you want an even deeper stretch, you can place your block at the bottom of your foot and wrap your arms around your block. Switch sides. Forward fold. And now seated forward fold. So bring both legs together, do the same thing, and just fold forward.
This also feels good on your lower back, hips, all of these things that are kind of aggravated when you run. It's really, stretch is really useful. Wrap your arms around your right leg and hold it there. You should feel kind of like a pressure in your right hip. That's good. Just kind of press forward toward your armpit. You should also feel stretch in your left hip flexor, your psoas, and then grab your, release your right arm, wrap your leg over your to the opposite side.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Yoga for Runners. Throughout 2024, we're going to be doing some short yoga tutorials, so stay tuned in. And if you like this content, like, share, and subscribe. Post your comments in the chat if you have any ideas or feedback for us. Thanks for watching.